I know every other video you're watching on AMC Stock right now and all of the other notifications that are popping up are talking about the 500 million new shares are no longer on the table to vote. Look, guys, we know, they were doing the research, they knew it wasn't going to pass, so they pulled it off the table so that they can vote at it at a different time in an emergency meeting or whatever. But don't get caught in the smoke screen. There's so much more going on here. We're going to cover it in this video, and I feel like I need to go live again tonight and really discuss this because this, guys, this is, oh man, it makes me sick thinking about it, okay? I know we saw the silverback of all gorillas talking the other day about how he wants to do what's right for AMC and all this and these new, guys, there's so much going on that if you share one video on AMC Stock tonight, if you watch one full video on AMC Stock tonight, it needs to be this one. You need to know what they're trying to do. And trust me, they are not trying to help the retail investor. So if all of this sounds like something you're interested, guys, let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We're here every single day, and we're growing our portfolios together. Let's jump right into it because we've got a lot to talk about here. And like I said before, I'll probably be going live right as this video hits so that we can discuss this and see what's going on here because there's so much more than meets the eye. Look, we know, you've seen the tweets by now, you know what's going on with the 500 million shares, you know that those are no longer up for a vote, right? We know that, okay? I'm not going to go through that, I'm not going to read all of that, but this is probably, and they bury it in the prospectus, right? You need to go through and read all of these documents because it's buried. Why? Because they don't want you to know about it. They hit you, they smoke screen you, and they blind you with something that everybody wants to see and everybody gets happy about, and then they try to sneak through the back door, right? They sneak through the back door with something that, man, we knew was coming, but don't be so shady about it. All right, so let's just read through some of this stuff. Obviously, I'm going to link all of it down in the description below. You can pull it up, you can read the full thing. Because trust me, I've been reading this stuff since I ended that live stream. It takes a lot to read it all, to go find each article that you need to see. And it becomes a lot, but pay attention for a couple minutes. Hopefully this video is a little short, maybe 8-10 minutes or whatever, and then we're going to go live and really discuss this because it needs to be talked about. People need to know what's going on here. So, all right, let's talk here. On April 27th, AMC Entertainment Holdings, the company entered into an equity distribution agreement with Goldman Sachs, B. Riley Securities, and Citigroup Global Markets as sales agents, collectively the sales agents, to sell up to 43 million shares of Class A common stock, par value at 1 cent. Okay, so they entered into agreements with these three banks to go ahead and sell those 43 million. So yeah, we knew the 500 million were off the table until 2022 anyway, but they just gave them the green light to go ahead and issue all 43 million shares if they so feel it's necessary, right? Now let's talk about what's necessary here or where these sales could go because this is what's got me a little bit on edge right now. And, you know, when somebody goes on an interview and talks to the retail investor and talks to the apes and you know, really builds you up and says that, yeah, we've got your interests in mind as shareholders of AMC, guys, anytime an executive, anytime a manager or a CEO says that they have the shareholders' interest in mind, this is what they mean. They have AMC's interest in mind because the shareholders' interest should be what AMC is interested in, right? Because you own AMC. And what is AMC interested in? Doing what's best for AMC's book value, for their fundamentals, and for their long-term growth as a company. Not for a short squeeze and none of that, okay? So listen, just keep listening here, and we're going to go on, and then we'll go live, right? The company intends to use net proceeds to, pay down rent, all of that stuff that we've been talking about before. Now, the banks that are going to be selling these shares, they get a nice 2.5% commission. So do the math if you want, 2.5% on 43 million shares, right, at whatever price they want to sell them for. Everybody's calling it an at-the-market equity distribution, right? Not so fast. Let's go in and read the other one. So down here it says the common stock will be offered and sold pursuant to the company's self-registration or shelf registration statement on Form S3, file number blah blah blah. So let's go over to that one really quick. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm not like super technical. I can't do all these great editings where I pull these prospectuses up on the screen, but they will be linked in the description if you want to go grab them and see what's going on there. So we go over to this prospectus here, right? Got it pulled up. Sorry, you can't see that. It was too whited out. So this is plan of distribution here, right? We or the selling stockholders may sell Class A common stocks offered by this prospectus from time to time or in one transaction, including without limitation. And it goes on, and it's got all of these bullet points. But here's the one that I want to bring to everybody's attention. If I can find where it's at now. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Listen to this. So we know that they can sell it in block transactions, or they can go issue all 43 million shares at one time. We or the selling stockholders may also enter into hedging transactions. For example, we and the selling stockholders may enter into transactions with a broker-dealer or affiliate thereof in connection with such broker-dealer or affiliate disengaging in short sales of the common Class A stock pursuant to this prospectus, in which case such broker-dealer or affiliate may use shares of Class A common stock received from us or the selling stockholders to close out its short positions. You can go on and read. And guess what else they're doing? They're even allowing you to go right ahead and short these common shares. You don't even have to do it. Here's the bottom line, guys. Here's the bottom line. You go down to the bottom. Let's talk about what price they're going to issue it at, right? You want to talk about what price they're going to issue these shares at? You might think, oh, well, they're going to wait for the squeeze to happen. No. Doesn't need to happen that way. They're going to sell it at fixed prices or prices which may be changed. Fixed or variable. Okay. At market prices prevailing at the time of sale. Okay. At prices related to the prevailing market prices or at negotiated prices. We will identify the specific plan of distribution, including any underwriters, brokers, dealers, agents, or direct purchasers and their compensation in the prospectus supplement. And they go on to say that they will sell these new 43 million shares to any hedge fund directly at a privately negotiated price. Now, what does this mean for you and what does this mean for me? If there has ever been a time to know that nobody's got your back like you've got your back, okay? Apes are out there. We need to know that we have each other's back, right? Well, if you ever thought that the battle was on between suits and retail investors, okay, suits and bros, suits and apes, suits and ants, everybody, they've all got different names for what's going on here in this movement. If you've ever thought that someone was on your side in a position of power and then had them go right behind your back and say that, hey, we're here to issue 43 million shares. We can issue them all at once if we want, or we can just privately negotiate with the hedge funds. It doesn't matter if they offer them at $11 per share. It doesn't matter if they offer them at $2 per share. Whatever is best for the company and for everybody involved. And you know who's got each other's back there? They don't care about my back. AMC doesn't care about your back. They care about who's going to loan them money in the future when they need to buy a new theater. Who's going to loan them money when they can't pay $450 million in deferred rent? Who's going to loan them that money? It's going to be Goldman Sachs. It's going to be B. Riley. It's going to be all these banks. It's going to be hedge funds. It's going to be the suits. That's where they're at, and that's what they're going to do. So if they want to bail the hedge funds out at $2 a share, they just put it right through there in their prospectus that they can. They can do it at any privately negotiated price that they want. They can do it whenever they want. It can be one day. Now here is where I want to see the bros, the apes, the ants, everybody investing in AMC right now. This is what this says to me. That's a slap in the face, okay? When you go on a channel and you act like you're the greatest godsend ever and you're going to save this company and you're Harry Houdini, Okay, you know who I'm talking about when I say Harry Houdini. When you go on there and say that, and then you sneak through the back door when you throw a smoke bomb on the front door, okay, that is not public relations. That is not how you treat the people who are potentially giving you an out on this short squeeze play. When the price of your stock is elevated and you call on more equity and you're taking advantage of retail investors in the way that is potentially happening here, bad things will happen. You know, I'm not a karma guy. I'm not, what goes around comes around, sure. But look, at the end of the day, do what is right, but do what is right by everybody. Something that you're going to be able to rest your head on your pillow at night and not worry. So here's what I have to say to you. Anybody out there listening that has a share of AMC stock, you've got a couple choices right now. Is this going to stop the short squeeze? This is going to cover 43 million shares. There are 73 million shares shorted right now. We know that. That's 30 million shares that they're not going to be able to cover unless you go out there and trade your stock. Is this financial advice telling you to hold your stock? No. This just elevated to a level beyond financial. Okay? This elevated to a level of being talked to and tricked. This elevated to a level of we're no longer, you know what I'm saying, and I'm getting a little tongue-tied because I'm very passionate about this, and this really snuck up on me in a way that I knew was coming, but I can't believe the trickery and the illusions that they are trying to get away with in doing this. So guys, please go through, read those prospectuses, know that this is it. If you don't sell if AMC's volume goes to 0 tomorrow, okay, it could go to 43 million. The brokers could go out and sell whenever they want now, right? So it could go to 43 million if it's listed on the exchange. If they're doing private deals, who the heck knows what's going on anymore? But look, if you take volume to 0, if you just say that's enough, because this should trigger you, right? I mean, this is just like you've ever been slapped in the face before? This is slapping you in the face. We don't care about a short squeeze. We care about our paychecks. That's what this is. If you don't sell a share, if you don't close out of a share, there will be no volume. If you ever thought about putting hedge funds, these lenders, in a risky situation, now is the time to do it. This isn't financial advice. This is, what would you call it? I don't want to say this is war. That's too much. But to me, beyond financial now. Beyond financial. You got to hit them where it hurts, and it hurts with their risk. They just had half their risk wiped right off the books, right? We know who these shares are going to as soon as they're able to be issued, which apparently could be as early as tomorrow. So we know they've got 43 million shares covered right off the table, off the bat. There's 33 million shares left that you and I, that if Diamond Hands ever meant anything, use this as motivation. Now, guys, I'm signing off. Use the link in the description below, blah, blah, blah. Share this video with someone that needs to watch a little bit of it, okay? Let someone know what's really going on here. Share it with anybody that you can do. This message needs to be shared. Now, guys, I hope to open this back up and do a live stream so that you guys can see me on here, because this is the biggest AMC news that has come out since the AMC news came out. So make sure to share it, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.